Moving on, Centre has filed a fresh affidavit in top court opposing same-sex marriages. This just a day before a 5-judge Supreme Court Constitution bench is scheduled to hear a batch of petitions seeking legal validation of same-sex marriages in the country. In its affidavit, Centre has said that not court but only Parliament can take a decision taking into account broader views and voice of all, and that same-sex marriages are an urban elitist concept. Even the child rights body has moved to top court opposing such marriages on the grounds that same-sex couples cannot be allowed to adopt. All right, we have Harish joining us on the story. Harish, Centre through its affidavit making its view very clear. Once again, it has opposed the plea, saying the petitions reflect urban elitist view for the purpose of social acceptance, and child rights body has also opposed the petitions. All right, we seem to have lost that line with Harish, so we will go back to him in just a bit. Centre filing a fresh affidavit in top court opposing same-sex marriages. In fact, this coming just a day before a 5-judge Supreme Court Constitution bench is scheduled to hear a batch of petitions from tomorrow. In fact, in its affidavit, Centre saying that not court but only Parliament can take a decision taking into account broader views and voice of all, and that same-sex marriages are an urban elitist concept. Child rights body also moving top court opposing that such marriages on the grounds that same-sex couples cannot be allowed to adopt. All right, we have Harish back with us. Harish, Centre through its affidavit making its views clear, opposing the plea, saying petitions reflect urban elitist view for the purpose of social acceptance, and child rights body have also opposed the petitions.
Yes, that's right. Big development as far as the same-sex marriage issue is concerned. Both the Centre has and the NCPCR has filed affidavits opposing the concept of the same-sex marriage. Centre has in fact said has raised preliminary objections a day before the hearing is set to happen from tomorrow. Centre has in an affidavit said questioned the Supreme Court's competence to entertain petitions for demanding extension of the concept of marriage beyond heterosexual unions, and said it was tantamount to creating a new social institution. The government opposing the demand for recognition of same-sex marriage dubbed such marriage as an urban elitist concept far removed from the social ethos of the country. The affidavit goes on to say the competent legislature will have to take into account broader views and voice of all rural, semi-rural and urban population, views of religious denominations and also personal laws as well as customs governing the field of marriage. Basically, Supreme Court, the Centre is saying that first, Supreme Court should decide on the maintainability of these petitions, and only after that it should go into the merits. Stating that the Supreme Court did not have the mandate either to create or recognize a new social institution like same-sex marriage. The affidavit said broadening of the concept of marriage could not be achieved by challenging the existing regime, which restricts the institution of marriage between a biological man and a biological woman, upon which several legislations are based. Essentially, the Centre is saying that Supreme Court should not interfere in this matter as it is the domain of the legislature, and such a decision can be taken only after taking into account the broader views and voice of all rural, semi-rural and urban population, and also studying the personal laws as well as customs governing the field of marriage. Back to you.
All right. Thank you, Harish, for bringing all those details. We'll keep coming back to you once the petitions are heard from tomorrow by a constitution bench.